Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown Thumb Nursery Channel. I'm Rob.
I'm Deb.
And we're glad you're with us. But anyhow, so we just want to do a quick video today. Actually, it's been a couple weeks in the making. 2 weeks ago today, actually, we went to Petals from the Past.
Love that place.
Oh yeah, to do a seminar, I guess you would call it, right?
Yeah, class.
Dr. Powell, which is Jason's dad. He is an amazing wealth of knowledge. But anyhow, he was doing a seminar on fruit trees and just the vast, I think it was just whatever the class wanted was what the class was about.
Yeah,
he just pretty much,
amazing.
the whole thing was almost just open up for questions, and he would go on a question and just give so much information, and so it was amazing.
It was great.
There's no way anybody could take notes good enough.
No.
So unfortunately, I asked him before the class, I said, you mind if I record, because I'm not good at taking notes. So I just recorded it for me to be able to go back, and man, I've watched it a couple times already. And I still,
so much knowledge.
Oh man,
so much knowledge.
Yeah, so I'll definitely be going to way many more classes over there. So you should make sure, if you're anywhere in the region, get or make a trip to the region.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so it's awesome. But anyhow, just want to do a quick video about what the fruit trees were about, or what I had a couple questions about a couple trees that I had. I had gotten the one tree, the Fairchild, or
I don't know.
My bad.
Trees are his deal.
But anyhow, it's like it's an orange tree, kind of one of those that you can peel really easy.
Tangerine.
Kind of like a tangerine, tangelo, something like that. I don't know. But anyhow, so we got that, and it grew up two different things. One from the rootstock and one from the Scion, that was grafted. And I wasn't really sure which one was which, because I couldn't tell which one was the main one.
Wouldn't prune it until we knew.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure. So anyhow, I took pictures of it, a couple different pictures, different angles, and I had them on my phone. And then the other one was a peach tree that we had bought several years, almost 4 years ago or whatever. As soon as we moved in here, and we wanted to get.
It was sitting on my pruners. Sorry.
Yeah, we've been busy out here today. We just want to take a quick break here and kind of talk to you a minute. But so anyhow, that peach tree, same thing. It had two different things, and the one, well, I'm going to show you that, so I'm not going to describe. But anyhow, it was so awesome to be able to take those pictures and have him go through them with me and give me the answers that I needed to be able to go ahead and prune, and it was such a help. So follow along with the video here, and you'll get to see what we did, or what I did after learning a little bit from Dr. Powell. And I'm out here standing right next to one of my peach trees, and I had a situation where, I put these in about 3 years ago, right after we moved on this property. Put about, I don't know, we got probably 25 different fruit trees. We wanted to get fruit set on this property as quickly as we could. So anyhow, I didn't want to do a bunch of pruning in the beginning. I wanted to kind of let them just grow and then kind of see where they go, and then go back through and, prune them how we want them. But well, anyhow, I just really kind of didn't pay attention to this one, and I noticed that it's the rootstock and the Scion have grown up two separate branches. Let me show you real quick. Okay, so you can see there where we've got the graft joint there, and it grows up, and two separate trees. Well, one giant tree and then one smaller tree, and just wasn't sure which one was which. It's like either one could have been grafted onto the other. I really couldn't tell. So this past Saturday, we went over to Petals of the Past, and Dr. Powell was doing a seminar or class or whatever you want to call it on fruit trees. And I got a chance to ask him. I took some pictures of this so I could ask him. Took some pictures and showed him. He was able to help me, and he said that I've got a peach tree that I can't tell which is the so what would you say? Now let me see, that's the tree there. This shows more of the, which would you say is the rootstock and which one is the actual correct tree?
Looks like to me this is your Scion portion. Looks like your rootstock just shooting right up here. But this one, can you slide it back and let me? This looks like, see the fruit buds on this one right here?
Yeah.
That one right there, that's your side.
Okay, so cut off the big piece.
That's right.
Cut off the big piece on that.
Now, and leave a little stub there, and when that's big enough, I would clean it with Clorox.
Right, yep.
And then put a little clean.
Yeah, I sure appreciate you. But this one here, that's got the fruiting buds on it, that's going to be my Scion portion, and this other portion here that's got the bigger tree, it's probably 10 feet tall, but that's the rootstock. So he was pretty confident to tell me, go ahead and you can trim that rootstock portion off of that. So anyhow, that's what I'm here to do today. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And then there was another tree, one of our orange trees that we bought from there actually. He was able to help me with that one as well, and we'll see that here in a minute. But let me go ahead and cut this off here. Now it's pretty big. That's probably 2 inches in diameter, bigger for any of the lopers or anything I've got to cut it, and I don't have like a good hand saw, so I'm going to take the chainsaw, I'm going to cut it back away from the tree a little bit. That's what it looks like there. You can see where the where I cut that rootstock portion off, and then the main tree, which is way smaller than that rootstock was, that's growing up there, growing up that way. So anyhow, I'll be able to prune that to a nice tree now that I have that. And then over here laying there is my rootstock that I have just cut off of there. All right, so I'm pretty bummed that I actually forgot to record that. It's crazy, but that's anyhow. So Dr. Powell during the class, he said that anything that's bigger than like an inch and a half or something like that in diameter, when you prune it back and trim it back, you're going to want to clean that thing with bleach water. Bleach, he said you can use 100% bleach, or he said, I think the technical, what they recommend is like 1 part bleach to 10 parts water or something like that. But he said you can take 100% bleach, just clean that thing off, dry it off really good, and then let that dry, and then put some latex paint. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so I've got 2 different rags, one to wipe it on with, one to dry it off with. Got some Clorox bleach. Get that saturated pretty good. Clean that off really good. All right. Take and dry it. Dry that off really good. Now let me go get some latex paint. Okay, so here I've got some paint. This is just what we used on painting our ceiling in our house. And I got just a cheap chip brush. It's not really even a paint brush, it's a chip brush. A little throwaway brush basically. So I'm just gonna take and dab paint on that. I don't wanna make a big old mess. I do wanna get all the way around to the cambium and seal everything up as good as possible. This will help it keep it from, well, the white will keep the sun reflected off of it, and this will seal it up so that it doesn't crack and allow rot and different kind of bacteria and different things to get in there. So that's basically it. That was easy. Where's the easy button? Okay, so here I am with another one of my, this is a citrus tree. It's actually a Fairchild mandarin, like an orange. And so I talked to Dr. Powell about this one as well. I took a picture of it, and he was able to identify see how I have the rootstock in the main tree splitting off. Let me try to move this out of the way. Splitting off there. It's like that's where the joint, I couldn't tell for sure which one was which, but he said he was able to identify by the leaf type that the leaf type that looks like this, which looks very similar to my my Meyer lemon. So those leaves are the ones that are the actual fruit, the Fairchild Mandarin. And then over here, let's see, you can see these ones here that are more rounded. He said those ones, wait a minute, where am I at? I'm gonna have to get this stick out of the way, hold on. Okay, so I got that stick out of the way. Now you can see a little bit better. So this part here, this actually the smaller part that's coming off to the side, that's coming over here with these leaves here, this is the Fairchild. And even this branch coming over here, this is the Fairchild. This one here, the big stalk over here with the other, let me go up here where you can see the different leaves. Let me see. Try to get up where you can see different. Okay, so that one there with the rounded kind of 3-leaf kind of a thing is the rootstock. So, and so he told me that the Fairchild is the that's the fruit, and then the Carrizo is the rootstock. So so I'm gonna go ahead and clip that off. Okay, so there we have it. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this. It looks like this kind of makes sense that they have the label on the portion that's actually the tree and not the rootstock, the Scion variety and not the rootstock. So I guess I didn't really think of that. But anyhow, this one here keeps getting in my way. I don't know if you can see. I really don't want, I don't want to cut that. So I'm going to go ahead and reach down here, down low, and cut that. Ouch. Well, you got to be careful. These things got thorns. Let me see how to do. Oh, I don't want to scrape that either. Okay, so that is the biggest portion of the tree, actually. And fortunately, it's the thorniest part. Look at all the thorns. Whoops. We can see if try to get that in there. See all the thorns. This is the thorniest portion of the tree as well. So this is the rootstock. So I got that. Get that out of the way. Now we're left with a very small tree, actually. Because that one, I was thinking that the big part was the tree, the Fairchild, but it's not. So kind of get a look there. So there it is, and it's supposed to be basically pretty warm this week. I think only down in the 50s, except for one night, and that's like next Friday night or something. So I'll watch the temperatures. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it out because, man, I'm just not very good at house plants. So I want to get this thing back to where it's inside where it can grow healthy. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and clip off these. I see another little I don't know if you can see, get you closer, got another little thing coming off of that same trunk. I'm pull that off of there, and maybe I can get in there now closer and trim that off. If I can get it below that node, that would be probably helpful. But man, I don't want to damage the Scion portion of that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to wait until I can get, once I pot it up to a different pot and take it out of this pot, I can put my clippers down from below and reach up. But from here, I don't have a good angle to where I can cut that. So I'm going to leave that there right now. And hopefully that is going to be good enough.
So it was a pretty awesome day that we had, and we really enjoyed it. Now, they have got classes going on all the time. They've got classes on herbs. They've got classes on roses.
Yeah, she wanted to go to the rose class last Saturday, and there's only so much you can do. So
We've got a lot to do here.
Yeah,
We've got a lot on our
and we're
plate
getting
here.
ready to take off right now to go. I got the trailer all unloaded and hooked up to the van. We're gonna go get some
Bamboo.
Oh yeah, free bamboo on Marketplace, so you can come and cut it and take. So I'm
Absolutely.
really hoping that it turns out to be as
Some
good
good
as
stuff.
that. I mean, as they said, we've got plenty, so that sounds pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So, but anyhow, we're getting ready to get out of here. We just want to say thank you so much. Oh yeah, she's got to plant these up real quick.
I think it's past time.
Yeah, well, we should have potted them up, but she's going to plant them right onto one of her beds of kohlrabi.
It's kohlrabi. It is purple Vienna kohlrabi.
Kohlrabi. We've never. Have we ever had kohlrabi?
Mm-mm.
Everybody's
Somebody said it's-
ranting
they
and
like
raving
it,
about
and
how
I wanna
good it
try
is
it,
out
so.
there. I'm like, look, I love trying new
Yeah.
stuff, especially if it's stuff I can grow. So we've been, she's gonna plant these out and we'll try them out.
And I've been out in the greenhouse getting seeds started for our medicinal herb garden from the seed collections for Just Dig It and Haas, where they partnered.
Right? Yeah.
So I've got most of them done. I've got just a few others to get started, and
Yeah. We got so many more seeds we need to start right now, but we only have
so much
so
fun.
many heat mats.
Yeah.
So last Saturday I planted the second batch of peppers, and they're still not even sprouting
up
yet.
yet.
So I can't really pull them off the heat mats yet. So man, I just need to.
But it is nice to have my heating pad back. I'm just saying.
So anyhow, make sure you get out there and get your thumbs brown. Mine's been brown and washed like 5 times already today.
Mine was too. But I
Yeah,
washed them.
yeah. Getting out there, having some fun, playing in the dirt. And so you guys get out there, and thanks for hanging out with
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll catch you on the south side.
Bye.
God bless.